Hey Elizabeth, how you doing? So I think that your caricatures are fine, but this is fine. This multi-page PDF. You said I was not able to do the original multi-page PDF, but I did the best I could. But you got it. It's a four. Here, let me bring this down so you can see it. But see right there, it's a four-page multi-page PDF. It's perfect. Okay, so it looks like you sketched and then shot with your phone, and then sent those to your computer, and that's fine if you don't have a scanner. Scanners sometimes give a little bit better results. Plus, they're easier to you can bump the contrast right on the scanner, so they'll be a lot more contrast, better to see. In this situation here, if you're going to do this, I would recommend that you put these in Photoshop and do a quick levels adjustment layer to improve the contrast on your sketches. I can show you how to do that if you're not sure. Let me know. All right, so one of the things I want to mention is this: is that you got to post them kind of late in the week, and look at all these posts before yours, and that's cool. I mean, you're okay, but I just want to say, if you've got all of these posts before you, these are all resources. I've got videos in every single one of these, okay? And the reason, Elizabeth, I'm bringing this up is because you can look at those videos, and you should look at those videos before you execute your work if you happen to be one of the people who, for whatever reason, posted a little bit later in the week. So, and the reason I bring that up and the reason it's relevant is because, well, it is relevant, directly relevant. My comments in a lot of those videos are directly relevant to this work right here, meaning that you've got your guys, your little creatures, and each of them they're cute, and you got the different pieces, parts, and everything is working out great, right? But they're just kind of static. Like this guy kind of almost looks like he could be falling through the air, which is a kind of a cool thing. Is his arms are up, he's looking this way. I think this is the most interesting of your sketches for that reason, because he's not staring into the camera with his arms out to the side and his legs out to the bottom. And we see that here, okay? Staring into the camera, arms out to the side, legs out to the bottom. Staring into the camera, arms out to the side, legs out to the bottom. Staring in, well, kind of. This one is just out legs and arms. So this one has a little bit of movement, but it still kind of looks like it's just laying on its back. So, and I'm using that word movement because I think it's a really relevant word to use in this particular discussion, because movement is what this thing is going to be all about. Movement is what's going to add interest to the piece. Okay, so for example, you compose this guy right here. Okay, here's arms, here's his little corn head and his little lemon eyes and everything, right? His little cucumber feet and lettuce hair and all that, right? So then what do you do when you're done with this? Where do you put him? You put him on a background. He's still just kind of looking in the camera with his arms out to his sides and his legs dangling from the bottom. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of potential there. The reason I say add movement is because this guy's adds movement. Look at all the things we could do to him. He's got this movement. We could have him sliding across a counter this way. We could have him jumping from one counter onto the floor in the diner when no one's looking. You see what I'm saying? Create a narrative is what I'm saying. Is really, really think about how you can put this in an interesting background and an interesting setting so that you can start telling stories and creating narrative, thereby creating interest. Okay, and don't forget, this is Eclipse Entertainment. This is toys for kids, basically. So you really want to add that visual interest, and I think you're going to get there by adding movement. Okay, listen, you're free to go in whichever direction you feel the most has the most potential or you're the most passionate about. I think each of your pieces has some interesting components, certainly, but again, we still have each one is just it's just kind of confronted with this situation of staring into the camera with his arms out. Okay, so think about that and take my comments moving forward, and I will, if I can clarify anything, please feel free to let me know. All right, good job. Thank you.